I want you to give a round of applause for Lew Morgante. You remember Lew Morgante?
No, I'm not the other fat comedian with a different shirt. Just another fat guy in plaid. Here I come. It's a big step up. I'll walk to the front. You guys all doing all right? You're way too excited for this Sunday. I'm glad you guys are doing all right. I'm not doing so well in my life. I just want you to think of this. The other day I was sitting in my recliner chair at home, shirtless. I know, ladies. I know. Hold back. Hold back. And I was sitting there and I found a sesame seed underneath one of my man boobs. I was like, no, this isn't good. And I was like, how did that get there? I'm like, what did I do? And I thought about it for a while. I'm like, wait a minute. When's the last time you ate something with sesame seeds? Could not remember. Should have been there for a while. It was like, I live here now, this is where I live. Under your left boob. I like went to work, I showered, it just hung out there. Then I thought about it for a while, I'm like, maybe that's where sesame seeds come from, because I have no clue where they come from. Maybe late at night a truck just pulls into my bedroom, the guys jump out of the truck with shovels, and they shovel sesame seeds out from under my man boobs onto the truck, and they just go across the country delivering to bakeries everywhere. I'm just saying, enjoy your baked goods, everybody, because I want you to know they're organically grown under my boobs. How weird would that be if I did have, like, sesame seeds growing under my boobs? Like, I had some kind of glandular issue where just sesame seeds, like, people get nervous and sweat. I get nervous, sesame seeds start spraying, like, there's this table's like, just stop it! Stop it! Put your boobs away! Sorry, I have an overactive sesame seed gland. Liking it way too much. You're liking it way too much. I have issues when it comes to food. Surprise. It's like a meeting. I'm going to have issues with food. And I realized that the other day. I went to get myself some dinner. And I went to a terrible place to get dinner. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, I drove through the drive-thru and I ordered an 8-piece family meal. I know you're all looking at me going, you don't look like a family man. You'd be correct. Because I got that 8-piece family meal for me. And just for those that don't know, that's 8 pieces of chicken, 4 biscuits, and a bucket of mashed potatoes. Just for me. I was excited. Super excited. They handed me the bucket of chicken through the window, and I was like, oh my God, it is on. I live 3 miles away from Kentucky Fried Chicken. I started driving home, I dug into the bucket, and put a piece of chicken in my mouth. And I'm like, oh, this is so good. And then I'm like, nah, I live in North Carolina. Somebody's gonna stop short in front of me, I'm gonna crash and choke to death on this chicken. And I think that's a pretty crappy way for my mom to find out I died. Like, oh, he would have survived the accident had he not had that piece of chicken in his mouth at the time. So I'm like, all right. Put the chicken back in the bucket and drove home. And I don't know if this is just a fat guy thing, so stick with me. Does anybody get dancy when they're about to eat? Like, I get like, yeah, I'm about to eat. I'm about to eat. Dancing with this bucket of chicken into my house. Because I am ready for this feast. And I run in, and I put it on the kitchen table, and I immediately run into my bedroom and change into my eating clothes. Good, some of you guys have eating clothes. For you sophisticated people here, let me explain what eating clothes are. It's that That crappy old t-shirt you have that has all your meals strewn across it, you know which one I'm talking about? It's got like spaghetti, meatloaf, it's just stained beyond belief. You can't even wear it under another shirt because it shows through, you know that one. And it's that sweatpants, the sweatpants you have that has no elastic in the waist anymore. You know, the ones you have to roll so they don't fall over your ass when you walk. You know how girls wear those sweatpants with the things that say juicy and hot stuff on the back? My eating pants just say, big boy. So I hop into my eating clothes, and I go after that bucket, because I'm ready. And I get there, and I start pulling the food out. I become the Count from Sesame Street. I'm like, 1 biscuit, ha ha ha, 2 biscuits, ha ha ha, 3 biscuits, ha ha ha, 4 biscuits for Fatty! And I start pulling the chicken out and doing the same thing. I get to the 7th piece of chicken, put it on the table, reach back in the bucket, and I pull out this thing. It's like this big, it's like the size of a quarter, has half a bone sticking out. I'm like, what is this shit? It's better falling off another piece of chicken. So they count this as number 8, I'm gonna be pissed. So I reached back into the bucket and felt around for the 8th piece of chicken. And I couldn't feel it. So I grabbed the bucket and I'm looking in the bucket, like searching, like, where's the chicken? I moved the paper off the bottom of the bucket to search underneath the paper for the 8th piece of chicken. Like the people at Kentucky Fried Chicken are like, hey, take that last piece. Hide under the paper. Watch that fat guy freak out when he gets home. That didn't happen. And I'm like, move the paper, there's no chicken. I'm like, oh my God, they screwed me. And my brain goes, well listen pal, you were in the bucket in the car. Go back to the car and check. So you know what I did? Went out pathetically to my car, got on my hands and knees and searched the floorboard of my car for the 8th piece of chicken. In my house, I had 7 pieces of chicken, 4 biscuits, and a bucket of mashed potatoes. I could feed a family of 4 with that. But I'm like, I need that 8th piece of chicken. So after I moved all the wrappers of other fast food around my floorboards of my car, I did not find the chicken. I'm like, oh my God, Kentucky Fried Chicken. It is on. But I'm way too lazy to change out of my eating clothes. So I do what every fat American would do. Grab my cell phone. Took a picture of that little piece of shit chicken. Went on to Kentucky Fried Chicken's Twitter feed and posted a picture. Said, your quality control is shit. You counted this as number 8 and I waited. Now I was pretty sure the Colonel himself was going to write me back. Tell me how good of a customer I am for telling about his quality control issues. 2 hours later I hear nothing from the Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm like, oh my God. So I log back onto Twitter. Kentucky Fried Chicken blocked me from Twitter. Yeah. I don't know what your definition of rock bottom is. But somewhere there's a little, like, column A, like, can no longer communicate with fast food on social network. That's rock bottom. But well played, Kentucky Fried Chicken, well played. Now it's on. So took a little piece of shit chicken, put it on a plate, and put it in the fridge. I said, tomorrow I'm going to go down and talk to your manager, because that's the type of asshole I am. And I went to bed, and I dreamt about chicken the entire night. Not like normal dreams, like, oh, there's a chicken over there. Oh, there's somebody eating a chicken dinner. No, no. It was me slow dancing with a giant drumstick to the song Lady in Red. Lady in Red is dancing with me, cheek to cheek. But while I'm dancing with this giant drumstick, I am taking giant bites out of it while I'm dancing with it. And it doesn't even try to run away. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna be in your belly eventually. So when I woke up the next day, I was starving. But I was hopeful because I'm like, ooh, I get to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm gonna get free chicken for a year. That's what I built in my mind. They're like, oh, we're sorry we gave you one piece of chicken wrong. Here, have 365 days of chicken. Which I immediately probably exploded at that point. Like, oh! I'm like, oh God, there's fat guy everywhere. Oh God. So I'm like, all right, go get the chicken. Get ready for this. And I walk to the fridge. I open up, and there's that little piece of shit chicken just sitting there. It's tiny, crispy, and I ate it. I screwed up my own plan because I couldn't take that chicken, get in my car and drive 3 miles and get free chicken. I went, hey, look, chicken! That should be like the video to like Overeaters Anonymous, like that whole story. Like you come to sit down like, oh, you think you're an overeater? Watch this. It's like, I'm fine, I don't need to eat anymore after looking at that guy. I'm starting to think I'm a terrible person. I start figuring out where your moral compass points in life. And I realized this because the other day I was at work and I went to lunch, which is my favorite part of the day. And I drove to another awesome fast food restaurant with arches in the name. I know, it's all about food about me. I don't know, it just seems to be a theme, weird. So I drive to this McDonald's and I pull into the parking lot. And as I get out of my car, I look over to the car next to me, and there is a woman. She is sitting in her car. And let me just show you how she's sitting. She's sitting half in her car, half out of her car. And she's like this. Like, oh my God. It's a dead lady. I should do something. My brain kicked on and said, you're kind of hungry. And you only have an hour for lunch. So I'm like, well, what do? We have to do something. We're good people here. And my brain went, listen, she's already dead. Go get yourself some lunch. When you come out, she'll still be there. But yet, maybe somebody else found her. And you won't have to deal with this. Good plan, brain. So I went inside the McDonald's. That was the first time I ever let anybody cut in front of me in McDonald's. Like people were coming in like, you can go in front of me, I'm sure you order way less. Just waited. I watched 17 people. 17, it's a 1 in a 7 walk out of that McDonald's before I got my food. It's pretty sure someone found the dead lady in the parking lot. And I wouldn't have to deal with it. So when I got my food, I was happy. And I ran out of the McDonald's real fast. Like I was skipping. If you could just imagine this body skipping, I would do it, except I'd probably break this stage. So I just want you, I skip out, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be, and I look, and there she is, just sitting there, still in her car. And I'm like, those people are jerks. Nobody did anything. So I'm like, I gotta do something. So I start walking over. My brain goes, it's probably not safe to bring your food around a dead lady. You should probably put that back in your car. I'm like, good idea. So I went to my car, I locked my food in there, and I came back, and I've never dealt with a dead person in public before, so I don't know what the protocol is. All I knew is I don't want to touch her, because that would have been creepy if that was the first thing. I'm like, hey, you're a dead lady! And it's a McDonald's parking lot. It's not like there's trees everywhere that I can break a branch and poke her. Like, hey, you dead lady? So I just went over to her and I was like, hey. She didn't move. Like, oh, she's dead. She's definitely dead. I should probably touch her. And my brain goes, whoa, stop. I'm like, whoa. What's up, brain? So, hey, you have salt packets in that bag over there. Go get the salt packets. Great idea. So go in the bag and grab the salt packets. I start throwing them at the lady's head. Now I knew after the third one that she was dead. But I was having such a good time that I kept going. And about the 7th salt packet I threw, like the wind blew it, it was like, and it went, just stuck in her hair. And I could just imagine what the security footage looks like at McDonald's, because it's just me going. Because now I can't leave. I can't leave because they're going to watch that security footage and be like, they're going to arrest me and be like, we saw what you did to that lady. You assaulted her. I hate that part of the joke so much. Every time I tell that part of the joke, I just want a stick to come and just take me off the stage and be like, you're done with comedy, sir. It was the worst pun ever. And now I can't leave because the salt packets in her hair. And I gotta figure out how to get it out. And this is my move. I thought I was gonna go up and just snatch it out of her hair. Just hope her hair is real. Like, if I pull it and her hair comes off, I'm like, and I just faint. There's a fat guy and a dead bald lady and salt packets and it's like so much paperwork to be done. So I tried blowing. I'm like, she blows deeper in her hair. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm just gonna shake her. I'm just gonna shake her. And then for some reason I'm like, just say one more time. Just say one more thing to her. So I just leaned over and I was like, ma'am, and this is what happened. And I went, because you're supposed to be dead, lady. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, I must have fallen asleep. Holy shit, this lady is lazier than I am. I'm like, is there somebody I can call to come pick you up? You're obviously narcoleptic or something. She's like, I'll be fine. I think I'm gonna leave now. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You wait in this parking lot for like 10 minutes before you leave. She's like, yeah, I can do that. I jumped in my car. I just drove off as fast as I could. Because all I could picture is me waiting at a stoplight and then just seeing this woman behind me, sleeping behind the wheel, just like slamming me through the stoplight, a tractor shot, whoosh, and I'm just up in heaven like, what happened? They're like, it's for the salt packet, asshole. Guys, I'm Lew Morgante, thank you so much.
Lew Morgante, everyone!
That was a long way to go.